third variety of problems you might get in the examination, and I am sure that this third variety every student listening to the class knows about it. I am sure you know this. A plus b whole square. Damn sure you will say the answer within a second. What is a plus b whole square? If I ask you, a plus b whole square is a square plus b square plus 2ab, and similarly a minus b whole square is, it is a square plus b square minus 2ab. Now think logically, sir. I want to take the difference of these two. So left hand side becomes a plus b whole square minus a minus b whole square. If I take the difference, this will cancel, this will also cancel, and this will be added. 2ab plus 2ab becomes 4ab. Now this is one of the notations which is very important. A plus b whole square minus a minus b whole square is nothing but 4ab. Now using the same logic, I derived this. A plus b whole square minus a minus b whole square is nothing but 4ab. I took a plus b whole square, I took a minus b whole square, just subtracted both of them. Now I can do it in the other way as well. Now suppose I have only a plus b whole square available with me. A plus b whole square is a square plus b square plus 2ab. Now what I will do is, for this a plus b whole square, I will subtract 4ab on the left hand side. Similarly, I will subtract 4ab on the right hand side also. If I subtract the same terms on both LHS and RHS, the equation is still unaltered. There is no harm in writing like this. Now, can I say that a plus b whole square minus 4ab is equal to a square plus b square? 2ab minus 4ab is nothing but minus 2ab, right? That is nothing but minus 2ab. So that means a square plus b square minus 2ab, that is nothing but a minus b whole square. Now if you observe carefully, this is exactly what I got in my previous screen also. Just shift the a minus b whole square which is present on right hand side to the left hand side. Just shift minus 4ab to right hand side from left hand side. A plus b whole square minus a minus b whole square is equal to minus 4ab. If it shift, it becomes plus 4ab, and that is exactly what I got here also. Both are absolutely same. Now in the second notation, I took it and solved by using a plus b whole square. Suppose, assume that I only have this notation with me called as a minus b whole square. This is a square plus b square minus 2ab. Now for this a minus b whole square, on the left hand side I will add 4ab, and for the same right hand side term what I had earlier, I will add 4ab. Now this happens to be 4ab minus 2ab is nothing but it is plus 2ab. Left hand side still remains the same as a minus b whole square plus 4ab is equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab. A minus b whole square plus 4ab is equal to right hand side becomes a plus b whole square. Now if you remember, this is once again exactly the same pattern like I got in 2 slides before. A plus b whole square, shift this to the right hand side, minus 4ab equals a minus b whole square. Or if you don't want to do like that, shift this a minus b whole square to the right hand side. A plus b whole square minus a minus b whole square is equal to 4ab. That is what I got here. That means I have told you that a plus b whole square and a minus b whole square, the difference is 4ab, but I have proved it to you in 3 different ways. Whichever the way you are convenient, you can pick that method. Now what about problems for this variety, third variety? We will see the problems based on this third variety when we solve some other extra varieties of questions. and I am sure that you will understand at that point of a time. Let us not waste our time right now by solving this particular things. Right now, let us move on to fourth variety, what can be asked in the examination. Let us see all the types of all the possible varieties. I am not saying every possible variety in this first class itself. I am saying that little possible varieties we will see before we start solving the questions what we actually planned of solving it. Now see here, sir. Suppose for example x is nothing but 5 plus 2 root 6. X is nothing but 5 plus 2 root 6. This variety is very important. It is one of the most important, and this after this variety we will start solving some excellent questions. X is nothing but 5 plus 2 root 6. Now I want to find root x. I want to find root x. Now listen carefully. Root x is nothing but square root of 5 plus 2 root 6. Correct, right? Square root of 5 plus 2 root 6. Now we all know that we don't like something called as square root, cube root, fourth root, all those things being given in the question. Whenever we have square root or surds in for that matter, we always feel like the question or the number looks very awkward. That means I don't want the square root to be there in the problems. If I don't want the square root to be there, then the simplest way is inside that square root I should have the square of some value, because square root of square will nullify and you will be getting only the whole number value which is there inside the square root. That means we can easily identify or we can easily come to a conclusion that if I want to remove the square root, I want to have something inside the square root, and that something should be square of something. Getting the point, right? For example, I want to remove this square root. That means inside the square root I will make it a habit of writing something in the form as a plus b whole square. So therefore square root of a plus b whole square will eventually become a plus b, and a plus b is good looking for us. Similarly, I can also plan of writing a minus b whole square inside the square root. So that square root of square will nullify and I will be left with a minus b, which is good looking once again for us. And I also told that a plus b whole square is very important notation once again, sir. I am writing it once again because I am sure you should know this. A plus b whole square is a square plus b square plus 2 into a into b. That means I have this numerical value called as 2 and I want this 2 to be there in the a plus b whole square format. Then only I can express it as a plus b whole square. Similarly, a minus b whole square also is a square plus b square. It is minus 2 into a into b. Again that 2 will be very important factor for me. Sir, what are you trying to say? Now I will express all my numbers in this form, so that I can express the value inside the square root as a minus b whole square, or I can express the value inside the square root of a plus b whole square, and the square root along with the square inside that square root will be nullified and I will get a beautiful value, right? Now let us see how to do it. Now x is 5 plus 2 root 6. I want to find root x. Root x is root of 5 plus 2 root 6, right? Root of 5 plus 2 root 6. Now that means I just now told you that whatever which is present inside the square root, that means the one which is present inside the square root is 5 plus 2 root 6. I want to express it as square of something. I want to express it as square of something. How can I do that? Now see here, sir. Everyone listen carefully. Again I am making use of the same notation, a square, a plus b whole square. It is a square plus b square plus 2 into a into b. Now what is the given value? Given value is 5 plus 2 root 6. Everyone listen carefully, sir. Given value is 5 plus 2 root 6. Let me write it in this new screen. a plus b whole square is nothing but a square. You don't need to actually do all these things in the exam, sir. First question I'm explaining you in detail. That's the only thing I'll be doing. So I have a number called as 5 plus 2 root 6. Now if I compare, everyone observe carefully, first question listen carefully. If I compare, after plus I have 2 in the formula, after plus again I have 2 in the particular given number. So these two are compensated, these two are exactly the same. Now this a into b, the product should become root 6, and a square plus b square, the sum should become 5, it seems. That is what they are saying basically. Now very simple, sir. Can I write it as a into b? I will write this as root 3 into root 2, because 6 is nothing but 3 into 2, root 6 is root 3 into root 2. Now that means a value is root 3, b value is root 2. Substitute here also. A value is root 3 whole square, which is 3, b value is root 2 whole square, which is 2, and 3 plus 2 is nothing but 5, which is what is given in the question also. That means I can write this entire expression of 5 plus 2 root 6 as a plus b whole square. A value is 3, b value is 2. I am sorry, a value is not 3, a square value is 3. So a value is root 3, b value is root 2. So it is root 3 plus root 2 whole square. That means 5 plus 2 root 6 is root 3 plus root 2 whole square. But the question says square root of 5 plus 2 root 6. That means the final answer will be square root of root 3 plus root 2 whole square. So this square root will cancel with the square which is present inside that square root, and the eventually answer will become root 3 plus root 2. I hope the first question is very clear. So answer is root x value is root 3 plus root 2. But you might say this is a lengthy method. Yes, it is a lengthy method what I have solved right now, but that is only for your understanding purpose. You don't need to write all these things in the examination and waste your time. Let us see how beautifully we can solve it. Do not worry about it. We will solve various varieties of problems based on that. Now see here, sir. Suppose for example, let me take another question. X is equal to 2 plus root 3. They are asking you what is root x. Now first of all, forget about root x. I want to find something called as 2 plus 2 root 3, and I want to express it in the form of a plus b whole square or a minus b whole square, and then later I want to take the square root of it. Now 2 plus 2 root 3 I will consider it. Now see here, sir. We know that because there is a plus in between, what we are discussing or what we are trying to do right now is it is a plus b whole square. Because there is a plus in between, it is a plus b whole square is what we are trying to do it. Now see here, sir. A plus b whole square is a square plus b square plus 2ab. That means that 2 is missing here. That means I will write it as 2 root 3. Right? I will write it as 2 root 3. If I write, that means if I multiply root 3 by 2, I should also multiply this first number 2 also by 2. Right? First number 2. This also should be multiplied by 2. So that becomes 2 into 2, 4. If I multiply the entire expression by 2, I should divide by 2. Then only the equation will be balanced. So I can write it as half plus 4 plus 2. Half into 4 plus 2 root 3. Now this is nothing but half into 4 plus 2 into a value is root 3, but b value we don't have anything. I can write it as root 1, because root 3 into root 1 is root 3 itself. Now if you observe carefully, I can directly write this as root 3 root 1 is available. That means, can I say it as, think little logically right now, sir. This is nothing but 3 plus 1. 3 plus 1 is nothing but 4. That means directly I can write the answer as root 3 root 1, and because the question has a plus, right, plus take the square root. Simple. Don't need to write all those extra steps. So final answer will be square root of x. So square root of x is half square root is 1 by root 2. Root 3 plus 1 whole square root is root 3 plus 1. 1 by root 2 into root 3 plus 1 should be the final answer. Here also if you check it out. Root 2 plus root 5. Forget about root 2 and root 5. That means forget about square root. 3 plus 2 is 5 and that 5 is only there. So directly you can write the answer as root 3 and root 2 because the question has a plus, write down plus in between. Simple, sir. Let us not complicate. Now one more example. After this I think probably it will be very easy for you to understand. Suppose directly I will write the question square root of, okay, let me write it like this, square root of 5 minus root 21. Square root of 5 minus root 21. Now I will take inside the square root term and I will simplify first. 5 minus root 21, I should express it as a plus b whole square or a minus b whole square. But I am sure that I will express it as a minus b whole square because I have minus sign here. Now this minus sign, after that it is minus 2ab. 2 is missing. Write down 2. If I write 2, I should multiply 5 also by 2. It becomes 10. If I multiply entire thing by 2, I should divide by 2. So it is half of 10 into 10, half of 10 minus 2 root 21. That root 21 can be written as root 7 into root 3. Now again think logically. You don't need to express everything and waste your time. Forget about these square roots. 7 plus 3 is how much? 10. That 10 is only what is given here. So directly you can tell the answer as half into, write down this root 7 as it is, write down this root 3 as it is. Because there is a minus sign in between, put minus, and this is square and it is under square. But I want to take the square root of the whole value. So final answer will become square root of 1 by 2 is 1 by root 2. Square root of root 3 minus root 7 whole square is, it is root 3 minus, sorry, not root 3 minus root 7, root 7 minus root 3 whole square is, it is root 7 minus root 3. I hope the idea is clear. Once again I am explaining you, sir. So it is root 3 into root 2. Forget about simplifying to this particular format and wasting your time. 3 plus 2 is 5. That 5 is only what is present here. So directly you can write it as root 3 and root 2. Whatever sign is in between, put it in between here. Similarly, next question. So this is 3 plus 1 is nothing but 4. Directly you have. So it is root 3 root 1. Plus is there, put down plus here also. Similarly here also. 7 plus 3 is 10. Directly you have 10 here. Root 7, root 3, minus is there in between, put down minus. The next doubt what you might get is, what if 7 plus 3 is 10? 7 plus 3 is 10. What if 10 is not present here? That we will see it in problem. Do not worry about it. But as of now, I believe that there are 4 different varieties of problems what we have solved. First variety of problem what we have solved is x plus 1 by x is, x plus 1 by x is nothing but 2 root a, x minus 1 by x is nothing but 2 root b, provided root of, sorry, not x plus 1 by x, it is x plus 1 by x, yes, correct sir, what I said is correct itself. X plus 1 by x is 2 root a, x minus 1 by x is 2 root b. If x is root a plus root b and root of a square minus b square is 1. I have not moved down the slides to the previous slides, but I am explaining. I believe that you are able to correlate. Second variety of problem what we have solved is, if x is square root of a plus square root of b divided by square root of a minus square root of b. Let me write it here so that you will also not get confused. If x is nothing but root a plus root b divided by root a minus root b, then x plus 1 by x can be written as 2 times of, forget about square roots everywhere and write as it is, a plus b divided by a minus b. Very simple to remember, sir. Next third variety what we have seen is a plus b whole square and a minus b whole square. The difference is 4ab, and I have proved it in 3 different ways also. And the last variety what we have seen is x is some third. I want to find root x, and that is very simple. Either express this x as a plus b whole square format or a minus b whole square format, depending on the sign what is being given in the particular value of x. And I believe that we will solve many more varieties in these problems, so that you will understand in a much more easiest way. In fact, there are so many varieties I have already discussed. I myself have taken so many varieties of variety 4 what I have discussed as a plus b whole square or a minus b whole square in my certs class. Please refer to my certs class for more varieties of problems there. But having said that, here also we will discuss. Do not worry about it. We will definitely discuss, and we will make sure that these problems you will master and you will solve it within seconds in your examination hall. I hope the first 4 varieties, before moving on to the problems what we actually thought of solving, sir, I hope it is clear till this point of time, sir.